Life as a student is really difficult, and one of the major challenges that you students face is running broke so easily, either because you don't have enough money or because you don't know how to manage, or both. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 simple ways you can manage your money as a student, and by the end of this video, you'll understand how to not get broke before the month ends. Meanwhile, before we get started, make sure you click on the subscribe button so you don't just be a viewer, but you be a part of something good. Now, without any further delays, let's jump in. The first step is to track your spendings. Now, this is something that a lot of you have heard, but you might not really understand what this means, or you don't really understand why you need to track your spending. I'll tell you why you need to track your spending. The reason you need to track your spending is because you cannot improve anything in this life if you don't track it. Think about people that want to improve their speed in maybe their athletes. They want to improve their speed, or maybe the person is a swimmer and they want to improve the speed in which they swim. Now tell me, how would they know if they are swimming faster day by day without tracking, without checking the time to see how long it takes them to swim? Okay, so for them to improve the speed at which they swim or they run, they need to check the time and see how long they take to run today. So like tomorrow, when they finish practicing, they're going to see if they are actually taking less time to do what they are doing, or they are taking more time. This is what we call tracking, right? And tracking helps you improve whatever you are doing in life. So it's the same thing with your spending and managing money. If you don't track how much you spend, you don't track how you spend money, there is no way you can improve your spending habits. Okay, so how do you track? Now, there are so many ways you can go about this. You can use apps, websites, or you can go the old-fashioned way, which is the way I like. Use a paper and a pen, or use your phone notes. Whenever you buy something or whenever you make purchase of anything, just write it down. Whenever you spend, just pull out your phone, write down the amounts you spend and what you spent it on. Okay, make sure you don't try to manage money this period you're trying to track. Just don't try to overspend, don't try to underspend. Just spend the way you normally spend, but make sure you write it down. Okay, so you can track for 2 weeks, you can track for a month, and then after the period of time you're tracking, maybe 2 weeks or a month, you're going to look at the list and you're going to see where all your money have been going to, right? Obviously, you're going to see some things that are consistent and you're going to see some things that are inconsistent. Those are the things we call miscellaneous. But there are some things that you see consistent, that you actually spend money on these things frequently. Okay, so knowing where all your money is going to is the first step to improving your spending habits and managing your money as a student. Number 2, cut down your expenses. Now, after tracking all the places your money is going to every month, you obviously would see some things that you do not necessarily need in order to survive as a student. And these are the things you need to start cutting down on. You might decide to cut totally, or you might decide to reduce the way you spend on these kind of things. Examples are eating. You might think no matter how much you spend on food is worthy. You try to justify it because it's food. I mean, food is important for life. But there are sometimes where you actually overspend on this. For example, as a student, it will be more economical for you to cook your food at home rather than eating outside. Sometimes you might want to eat outside, fine. But there are some places you can get food cheaper than some places. So buying food in an expensive restaurant cannot be justified as a student trying to manage money. Another example is your Netflix subscription, because Netflix offer family plan. So obviously you and maybe 2 of your other friends can join money together to pay for one Netflix subscription, and thereby you reduce the amount you spend on it. Another way you can cut down your expenses is to reduce the amount of charity work you do. I'm not trying to say you should not help people, you should not give people, but please, you are not Father Christmas. Cut down on the number of charity you do. Sometimes you go broke so quickly because you are quick to give people whenever they ask you. I'm not trying to say you should be stingy, but put yourself first, and whenever you have leftovers, then you can give that out. And if otherwise, say no, you don't have. Number 3, set a budget. Now, budgeting is something that is really, really important for anybody that is looking to manage money, because trust me, if you don't have a budget, you're going to spend any amount of money that comes to your hand. If you have $1,000 today, you'll finish it. If you have $10,000 today, you'll finish it. If you have $100,000 today, you will finish it. There are a lot of things for you to buy and they will never finish. So if you don't cut down and if you don't budget things, you're going to spend all your money. Okay, so how would you go about this? You need to list out your needs and your wants, and you need to list out the secondary needs and the primary needs. Your primary needs are your food, shelter, stuff like that, and maybe the things you do in school. So you need to note this down, note down your secondary needs and note down your wants. So you solve your needs first and few of your wants. Not everything you want you must buy. So the budget list of your primary needs could include something like books, could include foods, could include transportation to school if you are living outside school, could include water, could include rents, could include anything that you know will make you function as a student. Then your secondary needs could be things like a new shoe, a new bag, new hair, makeup. All these things, you need them, but it's not like you really need them to function as a student. Then you have other things that are your wants. Your wants could include things like going on a picnic, going on a date, stuff like that. You get my point. But one thing to keep in mind is that make sure everything you listed falls under your budget so you don't end up being stranded. Number 4, learn to save first. I didn't say learn to save first. Before you make any budgets, before you list the things you want to do with the money whenever it comes to your hand, make sure the first thing you're doing is to remove a certain amount and save it. No matter how little it is, even if it's $1, just remove something and save it first. Then you're going to budget with what's left. The reason you're doing this is because you can never tell what's happening tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to need an emergency money tomorrow. So save first for rainy days, because rainy days will always come. There will come a day where something requires you to pay and you didn't plan for it. Okay, so make sure whenever money comes to your hand, the first thing you're doing is to remove a certain percentage. 5%, 10%. It's not too small. Just remove it and save it. This will save you from a lot of disasters. Don't say it's too little. You'll be surprised how much your savings can compound. Also, saving is a very great habit. It builds discipline and gives you peace of mind. Last but not the least, at number 5, find ways to earn money as a student. See, no matter how good you are at managing money, you will always go broke if nothing is coming in. Relying on only your parents' allowances would not help you. You need to find ways to make money as a student. You need to look for a side hustle that will enable you make money while you're still in school. I know a lot of you will be wondering what kind of side hustle can you do as a student, but there are so many of them. You can look them online. I'll give you a few examples. Examples of side hustle you can go into as a student are laundry, helping lazy people do their assignments or projects, graphic design, video editing, and so much more. I recently uploaded a video titled 6 businesses you can start without money. This is really going to help you students that are looking to increase your earnings. So at the end of the day, you need to realize that managing money alone isn't enough. You need to learn how to manage money and you need to learn how to make money. That's the only way you can stay away from financial crisis. I hope you enjoyed this video and gained 1 or 2 things from this. Kindly click on the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye for now.